Hey everyone, I wanted to do a quick DIY video. I've been doing everything I can to make the boat as comfortable as possible. So it involves doing things like putting comfortable chairs in there, padded seat in the front, carpeted floor, you know, rod holders in the right places, canopy across the top. Everything I can possibly do to make it a more comfortable, more fun boat to be in. The theory's always been that if it's comfortable, then even when it's raining or even when it's rough, it's still not a bad place to be. So that's how we've sort of designed this boat. And I saw on eBay a little while ago this drink holder, cup holder setup, which I thought was really cool. Now what I liked about this is it's got this line across here that sits on the inside lip of a chair, made for the boat, and then basically it like attaches beside you. So as you're sitting in the boat, this thing sort of pivots with you, which I thought was a really cool idea. And it's a simple way to have space for your phone or for basically anything you want, and then drinks at all times. So I bought it was like $5, and so I grabbed 2 of them just to see what they'd be like and how they'd work. And as I got them, the problem with them was, you know, they're made for these seats, which is fine. You can tell they're made out of this sort of molded plastic. So the idea is that they sit under this ridge and then pivot. So they sit under there, screw in, and then pivot with the boat. However, something I didn't take into consideration was the fact that you know, this boat isn't particularly big. So along that back seat, if I've got this sitting up under here, I've got no room for the tiller on the engine to come through between the seats. And in order for me to actually drive, I kind of need that. So I was looking at the 2 of these that I bought, and I thought to myself, how can I modify these to make them work in the boat, still be convenient and in a good spot, but have them work? So I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down this side ridge. I've mounted them on a piece of marine ply, painted them grey, and I'm actually going to mount it here between the 2 seats so that it's above the ground, because we often get a bit of water in the boat, so it's above the ground, it's above the carpet. It's going to sit almost flush with the seat, so it's in a convenient spot, and sort of screw it in, and it becomes a really convenient little resource to have there whenever we need it. So I'll show you what we've done, and we're going to get that installed right now. This is not the right tool for the job, but it's getting me there, and I don't have the tools that I actually want, so we're going to see if we can make it work. Alright, so we've cut the side off, we've cut the wood to fit behind it. So if you can see that there, but we've cut the wood off to mount, and I've put 4 stainless steel screws partially through so they just poke out the back. Now the goal with that, the objective with that, is that I can basically measure up and tape this onto the seat exactly where I want it. So you can imagine that would get taped down onto the seat, and then I'm just going to use a hammer and just put it to a really light little knock on the on each of the screws, just to mark where I need to drill them. I'm then going to drill the holes, drill the holes, and then I've literally got holes ready just plant this straight onto the seat, and then we're done. It's a pretty simple way of doing it, and I think it's probably the easiest way. I'm not a carpenter or a metal worker or anything like that, but I think this is probably an easy way to do it. The part of the reason why I'm using wood, by the way, is the backing with this little lip on the edge, is that it's going to be easier for me to get it on and off. If I want to remove it, I'm going to have to go underneath it and try and find my way in. So that's one part. The other part is that it gives me a surface to then mount other things onto, potentially without screwing more holes into the seat. So if I want to mount a sounder down low, I could literally mount the bracket on the side of the wood there, and then have the sounder pointing upwards, so that from the seat I could look down and see it. So that's part of the thinking there. Reduces the number of holes I'm going to screw into the boat, which is always a nice thing. Less holes the better. So yeah, that's what we're doing, so let's get it going.